Hi all. In this video we will see how we can make playwright test to use already open browser and then perform action on it. For this demo we will use Chrome browser. So I am using Ubuntu OS. So I have launched the terminal to open the Chrome browser in debug mode, and the command for that is Google-Chrome, and then we need to pass the flag remote debugging port. So for this demo, as we are going to use Chrome, so in Ubuntu we have to use this command Google-Chrome. But in Windows, this command alone will be slightly different. Maybe it will be chrome.exe or just Chrome. And then flag is something common for both, so you can use the same flag. And the port number I'm using is 9222. In case if you have some other process running in your machine, then you can use a different port. And then we need to pass another flag. This is to say where we want to store the profile details of the Chrome, just any folder. This is to avoid the corruption of the existing configured profiles that we have in Chrome browser. So for this demo, I am just providing the folder name as just profile. I'm checking these two checkboxes. It has launched a new Chrome browser. For this demo, we will try to use W3 schools page. We will try to make the playtest to interact with this page. We will switch to VS Code editor, and then we will write our test. We can use the default test creation. We can use the default test creation steps, starting with importing the test. Then we will write the test, and I'll give a test case name, demo working with already open browser. And then we will use the default syntax, like we will use the async keyword here. And then within the async, we normally pass the browser object. So to start with this demo, I'm not going to use, we will pass page object. For this demo, I'm not going to use the page because we will try to connect to already opened page. So when we give async page, playwright will launch a new browser. So we don't want to do that. We want to have the playwright to interact with the existing browser. For this demo, I'll start with the option of not giving the page object, and then we will also see what happens if we provide page, if we pass page object inside the async method. Now the default test structure is ready. Within that, we will write the code to connect to the already launched browser. I am using the variable browser, and then to connect to the existing browser, we need to use the object Chromium, and then we need to use the method connect over CDP, and the argument for this method connect over CDP will be HTTP localhost, and then colon the port number that we used for launching the Chrome browser, the debug port. The same port we have to provide here. Now from the browser, we need to get the context. For the browser that we have opened, we have only one context. So I'm just hard coding the index to take the first context, and I'm assigning that received context in a separate variable. And then from the context, I'm just going to get the page. So currently we have only one page. We will try to use the index position of 0 to get the page. As we have only one page, I'm going to use the index value 0. And from the page, we can try to write some code to interact with the edit box that we have in W3 schools. So we will go to developer tools option, and then we will try to get some property for this edit box element. So we see ID is there. We will use this ID attribute. And then we will try to enter some value there, maybe demo test. Okay, now our code is ready. We will run this test and see the value demo test is getting entered in the W3 schools website. Okay, here we missed a word. We need to use await keyword before the page dot locator. We will add it and then we will retry it. So now we can see that value is edited in the or entered in the text box. So this way we can configure the playwright test to interact with already open browser. Now we will see how what happens if we pass the page object in the async method. So currently we have included the page object, but in line number 7 we are declaring again. So I remove that constant keyword. So now playwright is going to pass the page object, but in line number 7 we are overriding the page object with the page reference to already opened browser. Now the existing or already opened browser, we will remove that text from the search box, and here in the VS Code the page object is there. Okay, now we will trigger the test. Now we can see the new browser has launched. So this is something playwright launches. But internally in the script, as we have overridden the page reference, it is pointing to the already opened browser and not referring to the new page launched by the playwright. So this is the difference in passing the page object and not passing the page object. So when you want to debug it, you can override the existing page object, and then you can debug your code and then check how it works. Thanks for watching.